Scientists unite to resolve Vengi in this
Math
fight
scientist.
together.
Hello guys, today we're going to talk about a very important concept in not just Java but in programming called the if state. Now in data types we talked a little bit about the Boolean data type, which is a data type which can take either the form true or false. Now these are very important data types as they can determine whether a piece of code should run or should not run by use of something called the if state. So for example, you can make a new Boolean value here, call it, let's say, A, give it the value true. Okay. We can use the key term if, then put in the value you want to be tested. Say if A, then write a piece of code within the state. We're just going to print A is, okay, terminate that. We run this, you see that it will print A is true. Now, what happens if I put in the value false? See that nothing happens. This is because this piece of code only runs if A is equal to, if A is false, it will not run. Okay, so this is a very important thing as it determines which code should run and when it should run, what conditions have to be true for it to run. Okay. Now the if statement, just like the try catch we talked about last time, has a companion. It doesn't have to be there, but it is always good to have it there. And this companion is else. So else is the piece of code which will run in place of the if code if the conditions are not met. So let's say it says if A system.out.println A is true, else you can put in, let's just copy this to print A is false. So if A is true, to go into this of code. If A is false, to default to this of code. So let's see what happens if we do this. See that it prints A is false. So it skipped this piece of code, then ran this instead because A is false. But if we change A's value and say true, to do the opposite. Now to say A is true. System.out.println A is, so it goes into this piece of code instead. Okay, so besides these two, there's something called the else if. Now, if statements are not just limited to Boolean values as well. We can have our own Boolean logic that is determined within these brackets. It's not just determined by just Boolean variable, just directly like that. For example, I can make an integer, name it b, and say it's equal to 0. Okay. Then within this, I can say if b is equal to 0, run this. Say b is 0. Now notice something here. When I say b equal to 0, I only put one equal sign here. But in this situation, I've put in two equal sign. Now this is to show the code that this is not an assignment of, it's not giving b the value 0. It's testing whether b is the value. That's the significance of using the double equal sign. So we can say system.out.println b is 0, b is not 0. We run this, obviously it should write b is 0. So it tested whether b is 0, found that it is 0, then ran this code. We can change b to 1, and you see that it will say b is not 0. Not 0. So this is basically making a boolean within this if state, which is the boolean is true if b is equal to 0, false if b equal to is not equal to 0. Okay. So another way to represent this, we can also test if b is not equal to 0 by use of this exclamation mark for the equal to sign for the equal sign. So it's saying b is not equal to 0. We run this, right? B is 0 because it ran this code and b is not equal to 0. Okay. Then another way to do this is if we can test whether a number is greater than or equal to certain value. We can say if b is greater than 0, see that it's greater than or equal to 0, then this code, or we can just say is greater than 0, still run that same code. We can say if it is less than 0, this time it runs the other code, because in this situation our b is 1. So these are all the terms. So it's less than, it's less than, greater than, equal to, and not equal to. Okay, so besides these two, I want to talk about the else if statement. Now, this is we can call it an intermediary between else and if. It sort of does the job of both of them. So we can say if b is less than 0, we are dealing with a situation where there are not just two possible things. You can say if b is equal to 0, runs this code. If b is greater than 0, it runs the code. Then if b is less than 0, runs that code. Okay, so we can print another line within here. Say system.out.println p is greater than 0. Then here we can say p is less than 0. So as you can see, if b is equal to 0, it will run this. B is greater than 0 to run this. If b is less than 0 to run this. Now we have three possible situations. It's not just a yes no situation. It's now a three possible states we can have. Okay. So b is greater than 0. So it jumped this code because b is not equal to 0. Went into this code because b is greater than 0. Then it didn't even consider this one because these conditions are met. Obviously, these ones not. Okay, so it wrote system.out.println b is greater than 0. If I were to change the value of 1 to -1, should now run b is less than 0. Okay, so you can have an infinite number of else ifs. You can only have one if and one else, but you can have as many else ifs like. So for example, I can say if b is greater than 0, I want to introduce you to another thing. You can have multiple terms. This is called the and term. It means we can have these two both have to be met at the same time. So b is greater than 0 and b is less than 5 has to be met for it to run this code. Okay, so b is greater than 0 and is less than 5. Then we can have a situation where if b is greater than 5. Okay. Then we want to print that b is greater than 5. Now we have 4 different situations. Okay, b is less than. Okay, but if I were to put value as 6, b is greater than 5. Okay, so besides this and you can have an or situation by use of these two. I'd like to call them lines, I guess, because they don't have really, I don't know, I'm not aware of the name you can call them, but this is the or operator. So it works if either this one is true or this one is true. So if either the b is greater than 0 or the b is less than 5. It will work either time. If b is greater than 0 and if it's less than 5, we'll still run the same code. So those are the AND and the OR operators. So thank you for your time. This has been the tutorial on if statements in Java.